Do you know what your gifts are? Have you ever thought about what amazing gifts we as human beings have? Who's heard of the gift of imagination? Have you got one?
Yes.
Why do you think you got one? Now, I don't care whether you're religious or spiritual or you... Somewhere out there, there's some kind of something. Even if you're a Darwinist and you believe in the fact that we're evolving, right? There's some kind of intelligence out there, even if that intelligence is us. Guess why we have an imagination? We have a gift of imagination so that we can stand here today and we can project ourselves into the future. We can imagine anything, because it's easier for me to say, what can't you imagine, than for me to say, what can you imagine, right? So we can project ourselves into the future, we can imagine anything. And then guess what? We can't have it. Right? Or do you think we have a gift of imagination so that we can stand here today, we can project ourselves into the future, we can imagine ourselves having, doing, and being anything. We can use that to create a picture of possibility, right? Because it's very unlikely that you're ever going to exceed your own expectations. What are your expectations? Do you think you're going to be great? Do you believe you can be? Are you doing everything you can to be successful? What have you imagined? Have you even used your gift of imagination to travel into the future and imagine what you can have? Have you done that? It's called vision. How many of you, and I know this is an exceptional room of people, but how many of you in the room have a written down vision? Just show of hands there. Because guess what that vision is? That vision is you using one of your tools. Do you know that there's no insects, no animals, plants, nothing that we're aware of that has an imagination? Only us. Can you think of any other reason for an imagination other than to help us create something? See, it doesn't help you get a lover so you can procreate. It doesn't help you to get food. It doesn't help you get shelter. It helps you to do one thing. Create. You see, you can't create something if you don't know what it is you want to create. I mean, this building, this magnificent building, where do you think it started out? Was it an imagined possibility? So it was a spark of electrical energy. And then what did somebody do? They drew a blueprint, right? They made a plan. They said, do this, do that, take that action, bring these products here, make sure those people do this, and it's now a tangible reality. Do you think your dreams are any different? Is your vision, is your imagined picture of possibility a spark of electrical energy right now? So what do you need to do? Draw a blueprint. Create a plan, because that's your second most amazing gift. We have the cognitive ability to create a plan to take us from where we are today to that imagined picture of possibility in the future. How do you use your gift? Because when you use your gift of imagination to create the most incredible possibility in the future, and then you use your cognitive ability to build a plan to take you from one to the other, you program your third gift, which is your internal Google search engine. Do you have one? Yes. Who's ever heard of your RAS? Reticular Activating System, right? It's a neural net of nerves at the base of your spine over here, and for all intents and purposes, what it is your body's internal Google search engine, which searches and separates the important things from the non-important things. The question you want to ask, though, is who's programming it? Coincidence? society, circumstances, or you? And how do you program it? With a written down vision. You? Do you even have a written down vision? Do you even have a set of tangible goals that you've broken back? Because bear in mind, just having a goal is just a dream. When does a dream become possible? When I do something with it, right? In other words, I've got to have a behavior, a thing I can do. So what have you done about, say, taking your goals, breaking them back into kind of bite-sized projects, and then looking at those projects and say, okay, so what do I need to do to achieve these things? And then you build action lists. And what do you do with those action lists? You do them every day. Think how simple this sounds. Take these actions every day, achieve these projects, which in turn will achieve these goals. Good life. Do you see, it's really simple, isn't it? But it's just not easy. Why is it not easy? You see, this is where it becomes hard. Ladies, I want you to block your ears. If you're offended by dirty 4-letter words, please block your ears. I'm about to use one. It's called work. Correct. Okay. It takes work. You see, as easy as it is to do, in other words, take those tiny, simple actions you need to take every day to achieve each of those individual projects. So easy is it? Not to.